heading up our digital team here at Rhema Media, Justin Smith. Kia ora.
Atamati, Andrew.
Now, you were very excited yesterday about a step that we've taken as an organisation, but wanting to talk in general terms about the monetisation of digital content, because this is every teenager's dream. Hey, I can just stay living in my parents' house, making online content, and I'm going to be a millionaire.
Yeah, it is very much a viable, a viable existence in this day and age, and it is. And funnily enough, as head of digital, especially my middle son Felix, who's now 11, but for the last 5 years has told his friends, "Oh, my dad's a YouTuber."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, technically. It's like, technically, well, I guess you could say that.
And isn't it interesting for that generation? Then that gives you cred.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like, oh,
absolutely.
You're a YouTuber? Wow, that's amazing. Like how we used to say, my dad's an engineer, my dad's a policeman, and my dad's a doctor. YouTuber, that's top of the pack now, right?
Yeah, exactly. And depending on how old the people that I'm talking with are, I'm also an Instagram enthusiast and I'm a TikTok influencer, but I'm not any one of those things. And like you pointed out, the step that we've taken as an organisation, the thing I was celebrating yesterday is while we have been very active on YouTube, especially in the last few years, we've only just, after a long, arduous journey, reached the stage where we've been approved for monetisation, which is for a non-profit organisation such as ourselves, every cent and dollar really, really matters. So it's fantastic. But boy, has it been a battle.
Well, thank you for the work that you do. You have a particular set of skills that certainly I don't have in that regard. And I mean, hey, we're on the cusp of our appeal. This is funded by listeners and supporters, and this is another income stream. Yes. Although, honestly, we're not talking big bucks. And this is, again, to every teenager's dream. I can make millions of dollars by getting lots of subscribers on YouTube. You're going to have to dig a pretty big hole in order to make that work, right?
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things in digital, that I explain to my team quite often and that I have to make really apparent, when we have these conversations about digital monetization opportunities for, our digital platforms and the brands like Rhema and the other ones that we have in the Rhema Media stable. We are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. However, as a traditional broadcaster who are terrestrial, meaning obviously we go within the confines of Aotearoa, New Zealand with our broadcasts, when you're in the digital space, you are now competing globally.
Wow.
So yes, while our brands are on YouTube, we're in that same space, swimming alongside the likes of a Mr. Beast and every other YouTuber that's smashing it. So it's a totally different dynamic.
It is. I mean, it is exciting. And hey, this is why the concept of this show, Thoughts and Comments with Andrew Urquhart, was to say, hey, let's get it out there. Let's get it on YouTube. Let's have some conversations about this. And it's encouraging me to see that starting to work, and certainly appreciate the feedback that I'm getting. There are fish hooks, though, and I know that there are concerns about saying, but when you get monetized, then you have no control over what type of ads may appear at the front of your videos. We're a Christian ministry. That surely brings some concerns along with it.
Yes, and that I think especially in the past has been a very valid concern, especially as you go through whatever the controversial topic, du jour of the moment is. But thankfully, YouTube especially has some fantastic tools that now allow us to go, you know what? Tobacco, firearms, whatever the things that we agree are, we're not going to go anywhere near that. Okay. But ultimately, still, you're right. We're at the whim of Google and YouTube's ad service delivery network in terms of what specifically gets put into that space. And that's a key difference, right? Unlike our radio station, where we have a fantastic commercial sales team here who go out to businesses here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, meet face-to-face, talk about the network that we have and the reach that we have and the opportunities that they have. It's a very one-to-one relationship, and we're in control of the creative and making sure that we are partnering and putting those people in the right places they need to be. In the digital space, a lot less control, albeit with some controls.
Yeah, no, totally. And hey, just saying to the parents of teenagers who want to be YouTube stars, there are some fish hooks. There's some hoops that you need to jump to. US tax law, you've learned a lot more about that than you ever wanted to in your life, right?
Well, yeah, I'm very much so. If there is any non-profits out there who are now navigating the US tax system for YouTube monetization, by all means come knocking, because I'm sure if you go to ChatGPT, it's going to send you up the wrong tree.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the one thing with if you've got a child who's aspiring to be a YouTuber, and particularly one of the fish hooks is, and I caught myself doing this yesterday when the good news came through, was, hey, fantastic, you now have the opportunity to, be recognized or at least have some income on the back of your content.
Yep.
Immediately, especially coming from a commercial background myself, go, fantastic. There's a great, not a KPI, but a great incentive to do more. And that instantly becomes a downward spiral of now, the horse before the cart.
You're chasing the algorithm, rather than going, hey, we want to tell great stories about what God is doing in this nation. And so we'll keep doing that.
Yes.
You worry about the monetization thing. For younger people, of course, there are also some caveats to do with age, and also a whole bunch of issues to do with copyright, which can get a little bit messy. It is more complicated than it seems, but not wanting to take the shine off your grin at the moment, because overall this is good news. This is a way of being able to not only produce good content, but to be able to receive some financial return on that. You've cracked it, Justin. Well done.
Well, like you say, we have taken a step, and it is a step with a long path of which we don't know exactly, what steps need be next, but at least we are making steps.
We've been to the mountaintop.
Hey, hopefully not. Hopefully there's a lot more mountain in front of us, and we continue to climb to greater heights.
Martin Luther King Jr. thing, we can see the promised land from here. Anyway, just one thing on that, though, for people who are listening to this, and perhaps they listen to the radio show, and then they occasionally go, maybe I want to watch that on the YouTube channel later. Now, to an extent, like the thoughts and comments, I say, hey, I'm Andrew Urquhart, you guys are the thoughts and comments. But whether or not this is successful, that's on them, right? The more people watch our videos, the more people like and subscribe to our videos, the better this becomes for them. And we are on the cusp of our appeal. So for people that like this show, one of the things they can do to support this ministry moving forward is to subscribe, to like, to comment, to recommend it to friends and family. This is all making the ship go faster.
Yeah, absolutely. Head to rhema.co.nz. You'll see the majority of the content at the moment is from thoughts and comments, specifically our YouTube content that we do here. So if you go through to that, like, comment, subscribe on the content on the channel that's there, that is a fantastic way of informing the algorithm to say, you know what, this is a place
this is
that
good
deserves
stuff.
Exactly. And I've seen that in some of the thoughts and comments, since we've really made an effort with this show and capturing the amazing conversations that you have. It amazes me how many people going, hey, Rhema, I know Rhema from a time gone past, either themselves or family, and then contributing to the discussion of whatever video it was they've watched. It gives us the opportunity to reach into people's lives, that have engaged with the ministry in the past and have since gone away, and obviously a whole bunch of new audience on a global scale.
To me, that's exciting. I mean, I know you're still excited about American tax law, but I'm excited about how YouTube enables us to stretch our nets farther and wider to tell the good news of the gospel. And hey, it's kind of cool that it's monetized as well. Justin, thank you for all of the work that you do. Thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.